few months ago, I got 40% on a math test, which I didn't know was possible. I look like this. I'm supposed to be able to walk into any test, no study, and get at least an 80. When I saw my grade, my Arab friend turned to me and said, "Bro, what happened to you? Why aren't you like the rest of them?" Referencing my Asian friends who all got either 99 or 100 on that same test. But I'm not actually dumb. I'm Asian dumb, which still sucks. Does that make sense? There's a lot of pressure and high standards for Asians to do good in school. My 84% average isn't bad, it's pretty good. But because I'm Chinese, it's kind of garbage. Asians aren't expected to be good students. You're expected to be excellent. And if you're not, it's easy to feel like a fake Asian. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but you get what I'm saying. Asians have the highest grades in North America out of any other race. And because of that, Asian kids have expectations, internal and external, to have crazy high grades, even though we aren't naturally or genetically smarter than anyone. We just work harder in school on average. I'm not even saying that in some racist way. Genuinely, how many white dudes did you know growing up who got rewarded by their parents every time they got a low 80 mark compared to Asians that would get in trouble for getting 90s? School is viewed wildly different in most Asian cultures than it is here. There's a huge emphasis on putting your head down and making grades your number one priority in life. Asians are known for being smart. One time I got an 88% on a physics test, and I remember someone walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, bro." And I was just thinking, 88%, I'm proud of that, yo. When your race gets stereotyped for being intelligent, it should be a good thing, but it gets annoying when it leads to bullshit like Harvard a few years ago rejecting Asians simply because there were too many of them. And it gets even worse when you're not even one of the smart Asians that Harvard has to reject because some guy called Xiaolong Bao just took the last Chinese spot. Who is this guy? Don't worry about being racist without thinking, who is this guy? For a lot of you, the first thing you probably thought of was nerd, quiet, good grades, engineering, or CS student. And I don't blame you. I don't know who he is either, but I'm pretty sure he's at least two of those things, which isn't a bad thing at all. Those are good things to be. It's just being Asian and bad at school is kind of like black and can't play basketball. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. As an Asian kid growing up, you're expected by parents and peers to become a mathematical genius, getting high grades in school, when being great in school isn't for everyone. 6 months ago, I wrote the SAT. I don't really care about school. I know grades don't define me. But at the time, part of me still thought that I had to prove my intelligence with test scores. I'd be lying if I said my bad grades never affected me mentally, making me think that I wasn't smart enough. Those feelings are gone now, but what remains is an occasional feeling of disconnection from some of my Asian friends. Anyways, I hadn't properly prepared for a test for a long time at that point, but I promised myself that I'd study hard and get a 15-20 on the SAT.
Rain is on the window, the lights are in the sky. My dear, we have to leave before the floor is where we lie. The driver's in the car.
First practice test, 1260. I just did bad on math. Like really bad on math.
Future used to look for new beginnings when you're out buying a toothbrush. The world stops spinning, the kids stop grinning, and the priest at the local church.
I just got a 1490. I know it's not insane, but it's the best score I've gotten yet. It's November 26th right now. I have basically 2 more weeks until December 7th when I have to write the real thing. But yeah, no, this is good. I've been improving.
And then we are seeing what we missed it. Do I think about myself now or think about you? Or shall I wait to the side until I see what you choose? It's like
it's December 5th, which means I got 2 more days and I just got a 1360, which is garbage. For me at least. I was going so high, I was like climbing so fast, and now I just got another 1360 with 2 more days. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, are we getting 1600s? Yes. We can like collab during the test if...
I'll send you brainwave, then you send me that stuff.
I'm telling on you. I just finished writing the test. I did okay, I think. I don't know. I think I'm looking at a high 1400s or maybe 1500. I don't know. We'll see. The test scores just got back. I'm at school with my friends. I'm gonna check the score.
Okay, I'll total it up.
Yo! 1490. That's actually good, isn't it?
98th percentile. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're top 2%.
Oh, whose?
Mine.
Ashley?
Yeah.
When I was 8 years old, I moved to a private school and I was the only Asian kid there. Almost everyone in the school is white. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a genius, and it was probably because the other kids weren't studying mathematical topics outside of school at that age. My parents put me in extracurricular math when I was only 6, probably because at the time they thought good universities and grades were the only way to make it in the West. Our class had weekly times table test races and I won every single time. You know, easy stuff. 25 questions like 7 times 8 or 9 times 12. It was never even close and I set a school record for the fastest time. Because of that, being good academically became a big part of my identity. I was the smart Asian kid at school. But somewhere along the line, I stopped caring about grades in school. When I went off to high school, I realized how unremarkable of a student I was. Which is okay, not everyone is built to get an 100 average, and that's not even a goal everyone has. I know I didn't. However, like most things in life, almost anyone can get some decent grades if they tried. My 1490 is proof of it. It's not the 1520 that I promised myself I'd get, but I put in the work and I got the best mark I could get with the amount of time I had, and I'm happy with that. Sure, I could have studied harder or longer and probably gotten that 1520, but that's my point. It's all about how you choose to spend your time. I don't care enough about school to justify spending the time it takes to get really high grades, and that's okay. Being a dumb Asian can suck if you let it, but you don't somehow owe it to your race to live up to stereotypes. Be who you want to be, not what you're expected to be.
The rain is on the window, the lights are in the sky.